I'm pissing soft people off, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a case that hits a little bit closer to home for me. It's about Tiffany Farrauto, who strangled her 4-year-old son David Jasmin March 7th, 2021. This one hits a little closer to home for me because I actually knew this woman. I got my content creating start on TikTok. I blew up pretty fast over there because I hooked up with a group of people that were trying to do the same thing as me and, announce the same type of message and stuff like that. So we were all just kind of a member of the same circle, so, we would do lives together once we got to that milestone, we had enough followers and such. We got on this one app that was like TikTok, but it was a little less restrictive. So I can show you here because a lot of people are going to say, oh, you have no idea. She didn't even know who you were. You're just doing this for views. But as you can see here, that's her profile. And if you scroll down all the way through who she's following, the very first person that she followed was the person who got her over there to that app, which was me, Pissing Soft People Off. So once we got over there and she was able to go live with us, we all started doing group lives where it would be like me and her, me and another guy, her and some other woman, her and some other guy, the other girl, but we were always all in chat together. We always all hung out. If somebody was live, all the other of us were in there. We were helping create a community and helping each other build our platforms. So, some stuff started happening. It was getting a little funky. She, I guess, got a little big for her britches, got a bunch of followers and stuff, and I didn't talk to her much right towards the end, the last month or so, because there was a lot of drama going on in our group, and I was kind of on my way out of that group because, well, of the drama, and that's not really what I like. But, her and another guy were arguing about stuff and all this stuff, so I just didn't go over to that website for a while. But that website is still up, and unlike Facebook and other places that usually scrub information, I've got a lot of her information that was never scrubbed. I don't know if that's because they didn't want to, or because they didn't need to, or because they don't know about it. But these videos were posted 2 weeks prior to her killing her son, and we've got some other Facebook updates as well that were posted literally the night before she killed her son. So that's a little bit of the background of the story, but since you guys don't know much other than what I just told you, let's go ahead and jump into the video. This one's not going to be a super long one. I'm going to go ahead and cut these up, that way to spread the content out a little bit and to keep your interest, because nobody wants to watch a 45-minute video. Well, at least I doubt it. There's probably like 8 of you out there, and man, I really appreciate you all. But most people's attention span is like 8 minutes or less, so I'm going to try to keep my videos around that 10-minute mark. But for now, let's go ahead and jump over, look at a few things on the internet, get a little bit more information about this case, and then I can go on in other videos to kind of go a little bit deeper into her personal life, some of the things she had told me, and some of the things that had happened that I seen personally myself with my own eyes as we were on live. So let's go ahead and get over there, jump to the page. Alright, so as you can see here, mom fed son CBD candy after strangling him to death to get revenge on her mother, police say. You can take me away because my son is already dead and is in the house, Tiffany Farrauto allegedly told New London police officers during her March 7th arrest. A Connecticut mother accused of fatally strangling her toddler this month allegedly told police she was excited she'd killed her 4-year-old boy. Tiffany Farrauto, 33, said she choked her young son, David Jasmin, then force-fed him CBD gummies at her New London apartment in order to get back at her mom. Newly unsealed court filings are showing. Farrauto's son was found unresponsive with CBD gummy bears scattered across his body in her apartment in the early morning hours of March 7, according to an arrest affidavit obtained by Oxygen. The boy's lips and face were blue from strangulation, and the strangulation marks were visible on his neck. He was pronounced dead at a New London hospital shortly after 7. His mother, who allegedly smelt of marijuana, confessed to fatally choking David and stuffing his mouth with the cannabidiol extract candies minutes after police arrived at her home. I did it, Farrauto told officers. I fucking did it. I just killed my son. I'm so excited about it too. I never thought I would do that. You can take me away because my son is already dead and is in the house. And to what she said, she was a heavy marijuana user and definitely a heavy wine drinker. Basically, I mean, I have no room to talk. I drink beer every night. I'm just giving you the information that I have from my experience with her. So let's go on. As you can see here is David Jasmin 4 with a family member, Remedy Jones, who was 15. It goes on to say, Farrauto was attempting to get revenge, police said. She killed her son to get back at her mother because she believes her mother is responsible for failures, detectives wrote in the affidavit. The dead child's mother also rambled on about the Bible and said she was a victim of sexual assault. That's something she discussed with us as well, and I can't confirm nor deny if it's true, but all I'm going to be able to do is tell you what she told me. And it gets a little wonky with what the news reports about the dad, but we'll see. The dead child's mother also rambled about the Bible and said she was a victim of sexual assault. You can do whatever you want in heaven. It doesn't matter how much you sin, Farrauto said during her arrest. And she actually makes statements like that in one of the posts 2 weeks prior to the murder. Farrauto is also accused of attacking a vehicle with a wiffle ball bat in the apartment complex's parking lot after the boy's death. Marijuana was found in her home, police said. Farrauto has been charged with murder, risk of injury to a minor, as well as 2 other counts of third-degree criminal mischief. David Jasmin's autopsy is pending. On Monday, a judge ruled Farrauto unfit to stand trial. The court found she was not competent, but she was restorable, according to the court clerks. Her legal team had previously filed a motion for competency. She does have underlying mental health issues, and I do believe that contributed to the incident, Farrauto's public defender, Amy Mahan, previously told Oxygen. And that's true. She definitely admitted to having problems, and she actually asked for help and was denied by a lot of different people. Go ahead and continue down here. Some who knew Farrauto also said that the single mother had mental health issues for years. Something made her snap. Family friend Jennifer Ostby told Oxygen earlier in the month. What it is, we have no idea. Nevertheless, Farrauto had appeared to be a good mother, she said. She took care of David, Ostby added. Even though what Tiffany did was beyond evil and I will never forgive her, Tiffany is still a human being. New London residents held a candlelight vigil in memory of David earlier this month. Family and friends described the toddler as caring, funny, and mischievous. Little boy with the cutest little laugh. According to the Department of Children and Family Services, Farrauto lodged a complaint with social workers that an unnamed person had possibly abused her son prior to his death. No actions appear to have been taken. Well, she told me about those accusations too, and a few others, and we'll cover that in another video. But now you guys have a little bit of the background of the story. We're going to go ahead and jump over here real quick, take a look at these real quick. We have up here Tiffany Farrauto, born in 1987. Criminal mischief, third degree, 2 counts from 3/7 of 2021. I would say that's from where she was beating with the wiffle ball bat and she was out in the parking lot kind of hysterical. And then, go over here, we have murder. Class A felony from 3/7, and also risk of injury to child, Class C felony. She has pled not guilty. She was not competent to stand court 2 years ago, but we now have a date of February 13th, I believe it is. Let's check right here. I forget what it was. Where did it say? But until then, I'm going to go ahead and continue to let out what I know. I've got some stuff on the dad that's not great. I've got the videos from the 2 weeks, 3 full videos, 3-minute videos each. So that's 9 minutes worth of video directly from her social media app. And some of it gets a little bit weird. Some of it you can kind of tell that she's not right and that something's going on. And in one of them, she even snaps at little David and gets pretty irritable with him, which honestly, in the video, it's not a lot. I mean, people who don't discipline their children will think it's a lot, but people who do will be like, oh no, that kid was just being a little annoying and mom told him to go away. And, you know, she did, but I've seen a lot of other things that weren't like that. You know, lives were different. You couldn't edit that stuff out or not post it. So that's going to be the story that we're going to be covering from here on out. It's actually a little bit important to me because it really struck me, you know, pretty hard when I found out, because I hadn't talked to, you know, any of them in a couple weeks. And then, you know, after a couple weeks of being away, you know, because all the drama that was going on in our group, I get a random message on a different app from one of my friends that I still talked with who told me what had happened, and my stomach just dropped, and for a few days at least, I just felt really weird. It's a weird feeling when you're watching this stuff on TV and you think about how bad it is and how could people do this. But for it to be someone you've spoken with, talked to, given advice to, it's just definitely a different feeling. And so this one's going to be a little more special to me, and I'm going to try to make sure I get everything right on this one and get all of the information out to you that I can, and then we're going to go ahead and cover it as soon as she ends up hitting the court. So we'll see what she has to say 2 years later. I would like to say I'm looking forward to hear what she has to say, but honestly, I mean, anybody who can do that to a child, I don't know. I mean, she's a human, and it was a mental health issue, and we tried to get her help, and she tried to get help, and she was refused it. But at the end of the day, it was still her fault. It was still her decision. She still did it. So I hope justice is served. But I guess we're going to see as time goes on. So thank you all again. I appreciate your support, and I hope you guys have a great evening. Happy New Year. I'll catch you on the next one. What the hell are y'all still doing here? The video's over. Just start clicking on some shit. It's around here somewhere. There's buttons and likes and all kinds of stuff you can do. I think there's even some more videos. I don't even know where. I can't see anything. I appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next one.